All right, I think we're hot. Hey, everybody.
It's red. It's red up in that corner.
Yes, it is. That's good, right?
I guess you hit the right button.
I guess so. So I guess we can say some hellos. There's not that many people in here yet. So we've got JT. Thanks for stopping in. Bigfoot's not here. Kitty swung through as she's getting ready for work. Some guy named Skipper.
No, yeah.
Xanadude is in. Depth charge. Welcome aboard, Robert Reed. Johnny No Shoes. Jennifer Weaver. Wow.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, Jen. Red's here. Tommy Silver Creek. And Shady. I think Way's here. The morning show must be over because it looks like they're sending everybody over. Hey, Jenna. Skitty. Hagen Hill. Kevin made it. How about that? Hey, Kevin. Don't get caught. You're working. Steven's here. So I don't, once again, everybody, I failed to come up with a really good topic. All I'm talking about today is I'm going to be doing some moving once we're done with this. I have a 120 high set up in the spare bedroom down here. That's just I've been testing it to make sure it holds water. And let's see if I can do this. Nope. That tank right there used to have a red Texas, a red shoulder Severum, and a red Terror. And the red Terror and the red Texas got into it, so I had to move him over to the. I stuck him in the holding tank that I was just testing out. So I'm going to move him over. See if we can do this one. This is going to be temporary still because that's where the 150 is going to go. But currently it's empty. Because I don't know if everybody saw, but I did get my 90-gallon upstairs up and running, and I moved Misfit the flower horn, so that tank is empty now. And I can move the red Texas back over here. Keep them in the same room anyway where I can keep my eye on them. So that's going to be a day for me. Jenny Lynn's in. Denny. GRB Aquatics. The Nano Aquarium guy. He's the one that won all those discus. Who wants to bet that he chose not to go with discus? So if anybody has any questions for me or Skip, we're just going to be talking here otherwise, and I'll try to catch questions as they come.
There's one right there. Dennis wants to know, how long does it take silicone to dry in my fish tank? So you have a dry time, then you have a cure time. It's going to say everything on the tube. So once it dries, you would be able to, if it's me, whenever I'm going to resell a tank, I'm putting the blue painter's tape down in the corners so that you can make once you get it in there, you just pull it off and you'll have your nice smooth edge, unlike what you get from the factory when it's all squiggly all over the place.
Yep.
It drives me nuts. But I would let it sit for a while, once at least a week before I'd put water in it. That's just me personally. I know you could probably do it shorter. I think a lot of them say cure time. I used that before, like doing windows and stuff here. It's normally dry time is like 24 hours, but cure time is like at 2 days, 48 hours. Me personally, I'm waiting a week because I want it to be really cured before I put water in it to make sure that it's not leaking. That's just me personally. I'm sure everybody else probably has a different way of doing it. But that's what
unless you're in a rush, unless it's critical that it gets back up and running, that's always the best way to go. Give it some time. I have it's a mess over there, but if you look, can you see that little tiny tank, or is it too far away? Right above that box, it's literally right there.
Yeah.
That's a 14-gallon cube, and if you look, it's what, 4.5, 5 inches low because it's leaking, and it's the only tank I have currently that's 100% not salt. I'm still trying to get, not salt, but you know what I mean, the softener, the water. I'm slowly getting these other guys acclimated to no salt in the water. But that one doesn't really have any fish in it other than some guppies that I threw in there to help keep it cycled. I need to. The leak is up high, obviously, or it would have gone all the way down to the substrate. But it's the only one that will grow anything right now. So as far as plants go, so I'm really dragging my feet on getting that done because I know I have to empty it at least partially, to get the silicone in there, get it past the leak, whatever the leak is, and then let it sit there for a while. And what kind of fun conversation should I
He's funny.
make up? He saved my ass. I don't know if you were aware, but I destroyed. Were you in the room when I did that? Mm-hmm. We were live streaming from the Clash, and they asked me to step up there. And even though I got tiny little feet, I caught the cord of one of the people's tripods, and wow!
Oh my!
So I had no idea whose it was or anything. So I just left a note. This is my number. Call me. I'll replace it. And Geek had one that he just gave her, and then.
Oh, I remember that. I didn't know it was you though.
Yeah, that was totally me.
Trust me, I heard about it.
I'm sure. I said I was sorry. I don't know what more I could do. Big Tank Hank. Big Tank Hank is in my little tiny live stream. How about that? Hey, buddy. Is it strange that my yellowfin eel stays out swimming with the other fish? Yes. That goes for any eel ever. I find that eels and most of your knife fish, if you give them the opportunity to hide, they will definitely hide. GRB says it's so awesome to be awake at midnight on a Friday. Vino showed up. Did I miss anybody? Do you know if I missed anybody?
Vinoski's here. No,
if I missed you, I apologize.
DeMars is here.
Oh yeah, I saw him too. Yeah, DeMar. Thanks for coming, bud.
Jeff Kane is here. Red Laser.
Jeff Kane is everywhere. That man is dedicated to the streams, I tell you. Everywhere I go, he's at.
Bipolar fish keeper. And then you got Stephen P. snitching on us saying that we're talking about Geek since he can't hear us.
Why can't he hear us?
He has us on mute because he's in a meeting.
Oh, the dreaded meeting. Well, we're in a meeting. This is a meeting of the minds. YFI, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Surf City?
John. And then Zenny showed up. She just woke.
She snuck past me. She's barely awake. Kitty, you're supposed to be getting ready.
So, since she brought that up, I have something to announce that I forgot to announce last night.
Well, let's hear it.
Up at the NEC, me and my wife, 2 separate tanks, we're going to do the aquascape contest.
Hey.
So she asked, where do you all find inspiration when you're ready to rescape or redo a tank? Well, what I was doing whenever I was thinking about this yesterday was just thinking of what style, what like how I wanted to do it. I didn't really pull it from anywhere, just from my head. I know that's probably surprises a lot of people, but I have an idea of what I want to do already, and it ain't till April. But what it's going to come down to is this stuff that they're going to have available. I don't know, man. Where would you find an inspiration? Well, it could be watching videos of like underwater footage of creeks, rivers, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
A lake that you've seen. He goes far is just going for a walk on the lake and look at the background, like of the hillside or whatever, and you can kind of mimic that a little bit in the water with certain plants. You can make trees and stuff like that. So,
Hey, Jerry showed up.
thought.
Yeah, that's kind of how I try to do it. I mean, I'm very unsuccessful at it. You know, I'm the dump a pile of rocks in the middle of the tank and call it good guy. But I do like, if I'm trying to be artistic, I try to go natural as best I can based on what I've seen in real life. Or you can even go to some of the the YouTube channels and see what people are doing to get some. I mean, you'll never be able to create it exact. You can't even create your own. If you create one you like and then you have to tear it down and try to put it back together, I can't even do that. So,
No,
you know what I mean? It never goes back the way it came apart. So, but yeah, that's where I try to go as well. So.
yeah,
Aquarium Domain. Do you guys follow him? I'm sure you follow him, right? He just put that 4,500 in. He did it kind of El Natural too. He's even got a dock in there and rocks and caves and plants and he's even got the bank where the plants are growing up there. It's pretty cool.
I wanted to give him a call probably later on today or tomorrow. I want to go see it. He only lives like an hour and a half from me.
Nice.
We were
Babs
supposed
is here. Babs is here, and so is Salient, Jesse, and Fish Yong. Just to catch us up. So, what do you say?
I was supposed to get connected with him. I was going to get down there. Oh man, it was a couple months ago, and something came up to where I couldn't make it.
Was that after the Clash, or was that Kenny? Kenny was going to go there after the Clash. Or were you? Somebody was going to go to his place and check that build out. I
wanted to go down and help him.
Oh, okay.
See if he needed any help because imagine moving all that rock yourself.
All by yourself. Well, he is a big dude, so I mean, but still, I can't imagine moving it all.
Yeah, I like wow. That was a lot.
Redoing the tanks every 5-8 years.
You're right.
I don't do that at all. I mean, once I have my tank set, it's pretty much set. The only difference is now is I'm changing all these tanks out.
He lost 5 pounds moving all that rock.
I bet he did.
Well, hell, I should have been down there. That'd have been nice.
And probably 30 pounds of muscle.
And right now he is building another tank at the moment.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Well, he said in his video he's doing one first and then going to jump over to the next.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I did hear that.
He was going to do them at the same time, but then he decided not to.
Yeah, well, he got them started because I saw the footprint of both of them.
The footprint that's still there. If you watch the last video, he's going to be changing it, so it's going to be different.
Oh. Dude, depth charge. You're gonna need a much bigger tank than that.
Oh yeah, them things get so huge.
Yeah. Well, he's over on OFR a lot, He knows. I mean,
He knows.
yeah, those things are get 4 foot long.
It's funny when you get them, they're like this.
Yeah, and the red tails and yeah.
That reminds me, my sister-in-law. She goes, "Oh man, I got this coolest fish ever." She goes, "I got a red-tailed catfish." I said, "You dummy."
Yeah, you're gonna need a pond.
I said, "You better get down to your basement." She has a nice basement to where you could put like a pool pond in, or build like the tank that Aquarium Domain build. But I was like, "You better go get a pool and put that damn thing in your basement, because you're going to need it here before long." Well, unfortunately, and fortunately, it passed away. It got up into one of her decorations and got stuck up in there. Poor
Oh,
feller.
yeah, that's no good.
Wait a minute, what is that? Aussie burgers?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I didn't. I've never
Okay.
gone to there, so I'm not familiar.
You can get rid of the pineapple, and I would try it.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure?
No, I don't like pineapple.
At all?
No,
Even by itself?
I hate it.
Okay, well that, so it's not just that it's not supposed to be on a meat product. You just don't like it.
Hey, don't get me started with the Hawaiian pizza neither. That don't make no sense.
Oh, my wife loves it. She absolutely loves it. Ham and pineapple.
Are you asking for a 20-gallon? Oh my gosh.
20 gallon. Well, you know what? It was probably this big. You know,
Oh yeah.
I've bought them before I knew what I know. Hey Ross, thanks for
What's up,
subbing
Ross?
today. Yeah, I've made that mistake. I've had paku before I knew that they got, you know, the size of a steering wheel or bigger.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, back, you know, not to harp on how old I am, but back when I was a kid, they didn't know. I mean, they probably somebody knew. Pet store employees didn't know. They just sold you whatever they had in stock. Most of them were kids like me, just looking for gas money, you know, to get to the
Yeah.
whatever party they're going to that weekend. They don't know anything about fish, and there was no internet. And I sure as
That's
hell wasn't going to the library to read up on it. So it was trial by a fire.
yeah. Definitely was for me whenever I first started. Yeah, it's funny when you go into Wal. I remember when Walmart had their fish tanks.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even that long ago.
They pulled them out prior COVID,
Yeah.
so it's probably been about 5-6 years. So today, no, I could not. Unfortunately,
Come on, man.
well, I would, but there's two things I got going. Well, three. I got some fish I need to move. Unfortunately, I got to go to a viewing today for one of my buddies that's a driver also of the ambulance service that we have, passed away. So I'm going to go up there, pay my respects, and then later on in the evening, we're going to a fundraiser event for an ambulance company that supports us. Like if we can't make the call, they come over. It's going to be actually pretty fun, I think. It's like a comedy show. A bunch of us sponsored a table, and we're going to go hang out and hopefully get some good laughs.
Yeah, that's cool.
So no, I can't make it. Sorry.
Sorry to hear about your buddy, but
Yeah.
that's never good. My hair is less glorious every day, Jesse. What do you use? Pantene? I didn't even know they used Pantene. Hey, M&C's here. Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Pantene. That's that's the shampoo. Remember whenever they used to show it, and then you have that drop of oil go down?
Yeah. That was like in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, 80s, 90s.
They probably still make it. Yeah, I was actually using because people would compliment me, so I'd keep using, even though it was a total chick shampoo, but it was like Earl Oil Aesthetics or something like that. They quit making it, but I'd have random people just come up to my head and go, "Oh man, that smells good." And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
even guys I work with, I'm like, okay, now it's getting weird, but
Yeah, how about it? We get weird.
is Zenny dropping a link to my band page? Where did you even find that?
Oh, she knows.
She knows
Has her ways.
she is the mod.
She
The
probably
mod.
works for the Secret Service or something.
Yeah, that's why she won't come up on screen. She can't be seen.
CIA, something like that.
She's been doing more streams and videos and has rolled never 400 subs from 300. You're working on that purposely. Yes. I'm just trying to grow a little bit. It's not that I want to make a lot of money or anything, but I would like to be able to make enough money to put it back either into the hobby just to make it seem fresher. I mean, I'm not going to be getting new fish like some of the influencers do like every week, but mostly two things. I want to be able to give stuff away without it costing me a fortune. And I want to be able to put money back into the fish room so that it's not like it's not going to be a retirement plan or anything, because I know I'll never get there. But yeah, I've gone up like from 250 to 400 in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Mostly based on a short that it has nothing to do with fish. So
I mean, just putting content out there of what you have, a lot of people are watching it. And I found with like what actually helped me get over 1,000 after so many years of doing this was putting stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Once them shorts hit, man, it put me over. Like I'm growing slowly, but
where are you at these days? I don't really pay attention to that too much. I either follow you because you're good at what you're doing, or I don't. So
yeah, I'm the same way. If I like the channel, I follow it. If I like you as a person, I'm following your channel.
Right. It has nothing to do with your followers.
No.
So half the time I have no idea what's going on as far as that goes. I asked John and
1,066. That's it.
1,066. So you just crossed over 1,000.
Yeah, I crossed over 1,000. Matter of fact, it was December, I believe.
Hey, Wendy.
I mean, the goal was to get there, obviously, to get monetized, and just to get monetized was my goal. Well, I hit that before 1,000 because they switched it to 500 to get monetized for like super chats and stuff. But now you get AdSense money, but that AdSense money, it don't add up. It's cents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The community is what helps you out the most. Doing the super chats, the memberships. I only did 99-cent memberships because I don't have a lot to offer right now. Maybe later on down the road I will, but right now with what I do outside of the fish hobby, it doesn't give me a lot of time. But one of the things, just like you, I wanted to give back.
Right.
Whenever I get a check, I'm going to put it in savings account and do giveaways, or even just to give money to somebody in the fish community to help out.
Right. Like right now, I think I talked about this last week, probably. Google Play is messing with me. Apparently, either somebody filed a claim on me that I didn't pay a bill, or I clicked on something that raised a red flag. I'm not sure, but they've put my ability to pay for things on hold. They suspended my account. So I can't super chat. I can't super sticker. I can't. All my memberships are done, except for the ones that people have gifted me. So it's all in the toilet right now. So I can't give back that way. So what I've just been giving away shirts. I've probably given away, I don't know, 12, 15 shirts, on my dime, obviously. And that's 30 something dollars each shirt because it's from Zazzle and they charge way too much money for what you're getting. And I've given away a few mugs and stuff like that. So it's worth it to me because I mean, it's stuff people can actually use.
Yeah.
And it's not me giving advice because my advice to you, as far as fish keeping goes, how I do it, how you do it could be drastically different. There's so many different ways to do this hobby.
Boy.
If you want to do bare bottom or sand or gravel or, whatever you want to do, filters, no filters, what lights, work for you, may not work for me. There's just so many different variables. I don't like giving out advice on stuff. Now, if you ask me flat out and you say, does this work? I can tell you it worked for me or it didn't, but that doesn't mean anything, because your water is different than my water. And
everybody's water is different unless it's your neighbor.
And even then, it's different. My neighbor is on a well, and he is super high in iron. I am not.
Yeah.
So
that's another thing. Your neighbor could not be getting it from the same groundwater stream, so to speak, that feeds your well.
Right.
Or
it's coming through a different substrate. It's drawing it up through. Yeah. So who knows?
You could have clay. They could have bedrock. You just don't know. You had Professor Fish Tanks come in. Hello. You had John McKenzie.
Mac. Hey, Professor. I hope that didn't come off too aggressive yesterday when I was messing around with your scientific name. I didn't. Oh. I don't really mean that. I can barely speak regular English. I can't even imagine trying to wrap my mouth around a dead language. I cannot do it. And plus, it won't stay up here. I can read it and go to say it, and I'll have to look at it again because I forgot already. What is this? Big YouTubers, so I bet they could even help you. Yeah, I'm not going to ask them for help, though. They made it on their own 2 feet. I'm going to get there by my own. I might ask for advice, somewhere along the line, like, what did you do? But I'll never be begging them to come over to, walk me through something.
YouTube has that new thing out, which I ain't going to do. Is you can spend like $20 to advertise one of your videos.
Oh, yeah. I actually looked into that. I don't think I'm big enough. Atkins is here. Hey, buddy.
Ian.
It's a legal way to, not buy subs. I mean, you're not really buying them like some of the other people that grow, super fast. But I guess I know a couple guys that are doing it, and it's working.
Yeah, we probably know the same people, but I don't know. Me personally, I'm not putting the money out there whenever. I don't know. I'm not doing it. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I mean, it's and plus you've already kind of got to where you need to be as far as, I mean, obviously we want to get bigger, but I haven't even hit 500 subs yet, so. That's why I was looking into it, just to see if I could get there.
Well, once you get there, you still got to get your watch hour. So
yeah, that's true.
Main thing, what you're doing now is stream. Put shorts out, videos out of, and the video. Like today, I'm going to do one of moving. Like you said, you're moving fish around. I also am too. Hopefully, I get to it today. If not, I'll do it tomorrow because I got some fish coming this week. Hopefully, but I'm going to move my CW127s down to the basement into a 29-gallon tank. And I'm just going to do a little video, probably like 4 or 5 minutes long. Just stuff like that. I mean, showing people what you do. I mean, people love seeing it. You never know, they get an idea.
See you later, kitty. I don't know. You're probably already gone, but I just saw that you message.
I agree with what Jenna P says. Hello, Benjamin.
Yeah, I could do which one though? I got the new one and I got the old one. I like the old one better, I gotta be honest. But the new one is a lot more comfortable. What did Jenna say? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's not, I am never going to be about the numbers. I know a lot of people are into their analytics all the time, looking at them. I think I've looked at my analytics twice.
I don't understand it. I'm not going to try to understand it.
Yeah, right.
Something I don't want in my head.
I mean, really.
I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I can't either. I'm not a numbers guy, never have been. I'm not even an instruction guy. So I was telling you yesterday about that Sammy Hagar light, Hagar. I can't figure that damn thing out. It's just red. The way it's gonna have to be.
Like you said, the instructions ain't the greatest. But they're like we also said, there's videos out there, people that figured it out, and I believe you go to it on the Amazon because that's where they sell a lot of their stuff. There's videos there. If you look,
and
like you're going to buy it.
had we not gone till midnight last night, I would have definitely checked it out. So I'll have to do it sometime today if there's somebody who's got that thing set up and working right. Salient, it's not about that. It's not. I never do anything because I think I'm going to gain something from it. If I help you out, it's because you're my friend and I'm going to help you, and you needed it. You know, it's not. I can't do that.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. For me, what I get from it is, I don't know, it just makes me feel good helping people out. I've been like that my whole life. I've worked community service since I was a teenager. You know, fire companies. You know, I was in the military. I kind of work community service now in a way. Still part of the fire company. I don't know. I just love helping people.
Right. Yeah, and there's nothing there. That's I've never taken it to that level. You are many steps above me. But if I see somebody needs help, whether I know them or not, you know, I can't even tell you how many people I've seen old men fall down, you know, getting in and out of their car, and I'm running over there to try to help them up if they're not broken. And
yeah,
I mean,
they ain't going to tell you that they're broken. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Just get me up off the ground, please. This is embarrassing.
It's my pride, damn it.
Right.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, oh man, it's like, you know, like even like whenever you leave the grocery store, it's like you see somebody that needs help, even loading groceries into their trunk. It's just something as small as that.
Yeah, and like Steven and it looks like Professor here, they do a lot of prep work into going into their videos. I point and shoot, and if it works, I post it, and if I come out sounding like I do on these live streams, I delete it because I'm not editing. Not yet anyway.
So my editing is putting a couple videos together. One time I did actually throw pictures in it.
I don't even know how to do that. So I still got a lot of work ahead of me here, figuring stuff out.
No, I did not because they haven't laid yet. I haven't tried to trigger them. One of my things I want to do this weekend is see what I can get the trigger, hopefully trigger to spawn. That way I can use it. Looking at it, I finally took it out of the package. Whenever I sent him pictures of that, I am going to try it. Looks like moss, but it isn't. What I did with it, it was a tissue culture. I took the snail catcher out of the package, and I didn't realize there was a roller on it. That is a concern of mine. It's a plastic. It's real soft, kind of like a rubber in a way. I don't know if that's going to hinder whenever you're taking it up the glass, because the way they work is it rolls up the glass. It has a little wheel in it. It's going to take it from there, bring it back, and then put it down into like a little tray thing that you can fold down and dump out. But if it doesn't work with that roller, I'll do some surgery and cut that thing out because there is kind of like a scraper thing on it. So that's my thoughts on it at the moment.
Is that for the one question for eggs, or is that
Yeah.
that for snails?
It's a snail catcher to get them off your glass.
Oh yeah. I remember you talking about that.
But I wanted to see if it would. It was an idea in my head. I wanted to see if it would work for Cory eggs.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
I know I'm much happier in life doing things for people just because I want to be helpful. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's when people, if you can see, like my uncle is, he's an older dude, and he had bought a lot of mulch, and I'd been up for like 3 days. This is before the government said you can't work your guys more than 16 hours.
Oh, yeah.
We had been out clearing trees off the power lines for 3 solid days. And, you catch a quick nap in between jobs if you can. It's not always possible, but you get a little bit of rest here and there. And at the end of that, we used to go to my uncle's place for coffee. It was Sunday coffee. Did it every Sunday. And he had bought mulch. And instead of going home, I went there, and I'm right there with him throwing down mulch with those guys. Mm-hmm. And it's just because I wanted to. It's not because I expect him to come over here and help me spread mulch or whatever next.
That reminds me of she used to live like diagonal from me. She was 90 some years old. Stubborn. Oh my, she was stubborn. I would do stuff for her, not expecting anything. But she yelled at me one day. I took out these bushes that she didn't want there anymore, and I just cut them out and I got rid of them. I had to have a place to, dump vegetation. And I said, there you go, I'm done. I'm going to go get cleaned up and I'm out of here. She handed me money. I said, I ain't taking it. I'll tell you something. Looks could kill. I'd have dropped dead right there. Because, all right, to me, I think she might have felt offended by me not taking it because they like to.
That's how they show their appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't like getting stuff done for free. It took me a couple years to get her to stop. Finally, she did. I said, thank you, because I don't like taking this.
Right. Yeah, I have my neighbor on the west side here. Well, both really. I mean, they're always helping me out. Like, we go on vacation for 2 weeks, and for most of my life in this house, I've had dogs and cats, and fish, turtles, tortoises. You name it, I've had it. And they both have keys to my place so that they can come over and take care of them when I'm gone. And then, if they ask me, hey, we're going to be gone, can you watch our dogs? I'm like, hell yeah. And the one on the west, he left me like $200. So I'm like, you keep that. Your friends don't work for friends,
Yeah, you help each other
you don't got to pay me. But older people, that I could totally get that. That is the lady that used to live there at that same house. She used to have me over there all the time because she was a widow, and she wanted me helping her put in sump pumps and catching raccoons, and she was terrified of raccoons. I'm like, well, moving out to the country probably wasn't that smart.
How about it?
If you're afraid of the wildlife, maybe don't move to where the wildlife is. Stephen, I don't know if I could do that. Where'd you go? I know I read that somewhere. when I stutter and get caught up on my own words, man, it just drives me crazy. And I know a lot of people judge other people for the inability to form a sentence. It's not that
What
I
are you
don't.
talking about?
What's that?
I got 1,000 subs and I have that inability to do a full
Yeah, but
sentence.
you're personable. Yeah, I just it's hard for me to get past that because I know people judge me all the time on how well he's an idiot because he can't get a word out. No, it's just won't come here to here. It gets lost on the way somewhere.
Leaks out your nose. I know
Yeah,
that feeling.
maybe an ear. Yep, that's true too. I remember back when I was a kid, there was the days seemed like they lasted forever, and now
Phew.
they're by in a second.
Do you know what do you know when that started for me? As soon as I graduated.
Yeah, well,
Because you're focused on one thing then, like getting a job.
mm-hmm.
You're not focused on what we'll say like 8 different things, subjects or whatever that bore you to death. But for me it was high school. Once I graduated, hey, it's 2024. You know what I mean?
Yep, dude, I can't even believe. I mean, sometimes when I think back, it doesn't even seem like I'm thinking back that far. I remember my first day at my job. I remember being so cold that my fingers wouldn't work and I couldn't get my helmet liner into the hard hat because it was so cold that I couldn't push, and that seems like it was, a month or two ago, and it's been 32 years. So it's just like, and all the stuff in between seems to have kind of gotten fuzzy, but there's different spots in my life where I
Yeah.
can remember. Yeah, just it's freaky how fast
Well,
time
and
goes by.
then sometimes you could just be sitting there and something triggers it.
Yep.
Like, oh man, I remember that happening. And then a
Right.
lot of other events around that one event start coming back to you.
Right.
It's a crazy feeling.
Yep. Hell, my youngest daughter is gonna hit 30 this year. 30. That doesn't even.
Oh.
I remember holding her in my arms just yesterday.
Well, me compared to you, it would have been just yesterday because mine turns 9 this year.
Turns 9.
My
Yeah.
youngest, yeah.
Yeah, you're a little bit behind me. What we got here? Wow, this chat is jumping. We must have hit a subject. Absolutely. Right.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I like you, Jenna.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy.
And Babs is like, yeah, even in the suburbs, a raccoon is. Yeah, that's true too. I suppose that is true, but it's not nearly as frequent. I can't imagine. Although I do run across turkey in the city all the time.
You know what they do out in Pittsburgh?
What do they do?
So in Pittsburgh, you can hunt in Pittsburgh.
In
But it's
the
not,
city?
yeah, it's only bow hunting now. It's a certain area in Pittsburgh that they do it because of that reason, because there's like too many of them or whatever.
Not just that. It's not. I'm not comfortable with it because a lot of times I don't feel like they're being genuine.
Well, even if they are, I don't need it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're not in it for that.
No.
Unless you are, in which case, whatever. But
It makes me feel good that I'm helping somebody. It's not that I need that from people. I'll give you an example. I got an award at the I got EMS driver of the year this year at the banquet. I was out in California. Man, I got so many messages. I'm like, I don't do it for that. That award, thank you, I appreciate it, but I don't do it for that. I do it to help people, and that's all it is to me.
Right. So Jeremy is right in the between us, 19.
Yeah. My
I mean,
son will be 15. Oh man.
and it goes by so fast. I remember the
Mhm.
first like 9 years was slow, and then they hit 10, and you're like, I can't believe I have a 10-year-old. And then 3 days later, I'm like, you're 30? How'd that happen?
Yeah. Even then, whenever I just sit on the chair and watch TV, it's like, oh man, it's 4 o'clock. I was supposed to do something. Like if you had a long work week or whatever. It's like you just need that time to sit there and be a vegetable for a couple of hours, and then well, your day's gone when you do that.
That's all true. My oldest is right behind you. My oldest grandkid is right behind you. I think he turned 17. I don't think. I know he turned 17 this year. Shit. Professor's turning 30? How many times? I turned 40 this year.
He's seriously 28. Oh my God. 28. I had 4 years in where I'm working. And I have my birthday's on the 26th. I'll turn 17 where I'm at.
Oh, really?
I don't even know where it went. Once I got right after my training year, gone. Born in 96.
Babs is a gamer.
Yeah, listen, I used to do that a lot. Whenever I worked 2 to 10, I got an Xbox and all went downhill from there. I did it for the longest time. And whenever I went over to first shift, I sold it because I didn't want to be late for work. Because I'm telling you, we used to be up until 4 a.m. playing Call of Duty or Battlefield. I ain't gonna lie to you, I miss it though because it was fun. Until a 5-year-old whoops your butt. That was
right.
And then you get into the backstage area where you're waiting to go to the next one, and he's talking crap. I'm like, listen here, you little. I don't have all day to. Oh, the good old days.
Yep. I actually played. I don't know. I don't even remember when it was. Like up to like 2005-ish, maybe 2010. I honestly I don't remember. I played for a good 10 years. I had not Xbox. What's the other one? The other popular one. Tells you how long it's been for me.
It was 2009 for me when my daughter was born. I stopped because now I had two kids. I still have 2 kids, and her being a baby, like no, I had to get to bed in case there was that wake up thing. But I was on daylight by then. But yeah, man, and I had a PS5. I did it all.
PlayStation, was that what I had?
I had an Xbox, and it's funny because I was like, man, I want to get a PlayStation. I traded it in on a Atari.
I had that too.
Yeah, we had that also. Yeah,
Bunny's here. Hey, Bunny.
Bunny.
Yeah, I did the Atari. Then I took a long break through most of my 20s. Into my 30s, I didn't play at all. And then for some reason, you know what it probably was? It was Madden. When Madden started getting popular.
Like which version?
90s, just in the 90s, whatever the 90s version was.
Wow. So, yeah, before you really had to use your brain and picking people and stuff. Yeah, when it was fun.
But you could do the draft and you could do all that stuff. It was all in there. It wasn't rocket science.
No, it's easy.
Right. And I played that, and then I got out of that for a little while, And my same neighbor that I've been talking about, he told me, man, have you ever heard of World of Warcraft? Oh man, it's so cool, and he's going through all the different. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try it.
I
And
wasn't into this.
from that point on, man, I played that thing for 8, 9, 10 hours at a crack. It was
Cool.
eating up a crap ton of time for me, and it did it for a couple of years. And I finally said, all right, enough is enough. There's other things I should be doing. I am too old to be playing video games that long.
Actually, it's good hand-eye coordination now. Also, you think,
This is true because boy, oh boy, do I suck at trying to wield a multi-weapon character where he's doing those 15 things. I get my butt whooped all the time.
I'm trying to think. Like I didn't. It's not God of War. It was something with a bunch of demons in it that I used to play. It was my first game like that, like World of Warcraft. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it. But I was always a first person shooter game.
I cannot do first person. I can't do it. Wish I could, but
Yes.
I can play for about 15, 20 minutes, and then I'm like, first person is where you are the gun,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, yeah, it moves around way too fast. I get sick to my stomach, and I'm done.
Diablo. That's what it was. Thank you.
Diablo. I should have been able to. I'm playing that right now. That's the one game I'm playing because my daughter said we can play together, and I'm like, okay, so she actually bought it for me, and I've been playing, and I've played with her once. But she's a busy girl. She's a busy girl. She has 2 jobs plus going to school, so not a whole lot of time for screwing around.
Oh, no, geek boy, I can't do that. Listen, them VR headsets, okay. Now I can do. I forget the game. My son got one for Christmas 2 years ago. My neighbor, their kids had one, and I tried it, and I'm like, I don't like this. This is not natural. It messed with me. But my son, we got our son one for Christmas 2 years ago. It was, and that's a first person shooter. Nah, can't do it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me to do it on a regular screen. I can't even imagine what it'd be like with it strapped to my face. Have you seen the commercial or the bloopers where people go crashing in? Can you imagine me? Just there'd be broken walls and probably a broken whip.
Well, that's like whenever they came out with the Wii, right? Whenever you're playing these, I knew you fell asleep, Ed. Come on up. We still got time.
Yeah, come on up. You got the.
But like like when you're playing tennis or something or whatever, if you didn't have that thing on your wrist
through the TV,
could you imagine how many TVs some people went through?
Right? Yep. Yeah, I when Rico's talking about games he's played, and not just him, but he's the one that's on the screen, and I'm trying to keep up with chat, so I don't always catch everybody else's. But the games that are out there that I've never even heard of, that everybody else has heard of and has played and loved, I mean, I'm like, man, I was not into the gaming world at all, apparently, because.
Well, a lot of them were computer games, right?
Yeah, and I didn't have a computer until I was probably 35.
I don't, unless I can hook a controller up to the computer to do it, then I'll play. But I can't, like, you got to use your fingers and letters, directions, and it's like, nah, that's too much for me.
It ain't turned into anything like that. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee.
Barbara Jackson said Oregon Trail. That was how many times did somebody die of the measles, or what was it? Dysentery? Dysentery? Yeah, dysentery, I think it was. Dysentery, yep. We played that in grade school, man. Yeah, I got some big fingers, man.
Yep.
It's going to have to be, like the keyboard that you step on to play music if you want me.
Yeah, I remember I was married with kids when my dad gave me a computer for Christmas. And, I broke down, of course, because I'm a bit of a crier. And, I'm like, I can't believe you spent that much money for a Christmas gift on me. And this will age me. It had no memory. Computers back then didn't have memory.
No,
All it had was a floppy disk.
Yeah.
And it was the coolest thing ever. now we can just almost think them on instant internet. The world has changed so much.
It's crazy how quick it was too. Quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
I mean, you're talking from 95 to 2005, really. I mean, what, 20 years? It came from, some blocky green screen where you had to print everything off if you wanted to keep it, or the floppy disk was actually floppy. It was that big square.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're old enough to remember those, but
yeah, no, we had it. They had this circle in the middle. That was what Oregon Trail was on. So if it didn't work right, we would pull it out and we would do this to get like dust or whatever off of it, and then push it back in.
And what was it with Sega? It was Sega, right? Did they have the cartridges?
Right? So that started with the regular Nintendo.
Low into them.
The regular Nintendo had the cartridge. Yeah. If it didn't work, you ejected it and you blew it out.
I'm like, what? I don't know why this works, but it works.
It didn't make no sense to me. Neither. Right? I had to shoot my ducks, man. I had to shoot my ducks.
Right. He built his first computer in 2003.
Now, I had a buddy that could do that when he was in the military. Oh, man. He came up with some crazy stuff, too, man. His computer, because he was really into hardcore gaming on the computer, was liquid-cooled and everything. Yeah, right, geek boy.
You're right. I would expect that from Matt.
Yes, I had the nightlight.
The what?
It was not really a game. So it was a board that had not really a
J-Rob.
I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, you had this black paper you put on it, and you had these different color pegs that you would poke in holes, and you would make pictures.
Oh yeah, like a light bright.
Light bright, yep.
Hey, Kara. Yeah, that was low tech, but it was cool.
Yeah, give that to a kid now, it's getting turned across the room.
Yeah. I have no ill will towards Geek Boy. He saved me, and that will always be in my mind. Did anyone have kids game? Whoop, I lost it. Nightlight in the mid-90s. Nope.
I don't remember a kids game called that. But that's what made me think of damn it.
Light Bright?
Light Bright, yeah.
Yeah.
They brought that back out a couple years ago. My daughter watched it when she was younger.
Probably half as good though, right? They probably changed it up.
Yeah. They tried to make the pegs look like LEDs, not halogens. Actually, yes, LJ, there is one Corridorus I'm looking for. I will message it to you. Because I have just one that I rescued, Rubitai, which is the rust quarry. That's what I'm looking for. Because
is she local to you too?
Oh yeah, she lives 40 minutes away from me,
Oh, nice.
and it took a 3.5 hour trip to the Clash to realize that last year. Yeah, they literally live right over the mountain from me.
Quirky's here. Hey, Quirk.
Like Peggy's. Oh, it's a PC game. No, I never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't heard either.
Oh, it helps kids deal with the fear of dark. Okay.
Yeah, because you have to have it dark to play with it. I suppose that makes sense.
That sounds about good enough.
Well, Nathan, you're not really. You missed it. We are going to have to wrap it up here because Johnny No Shoes over at My Fish Tanks Aquatics just went hot. So
Oh, you did? Wow,
Yeah.
it's 12 o'clock already.
it is. So we talked. This whole stream felt fairly comfortable. Everybody was engaged. It was cool. Last week sucked. I struggled hard last week.
I've had
I
to
just I didn't know how to I didn't know what to talk about. So this was better.
Shady Grady, probably not. He didn't stream yesterday. He's still not feeling good.
No, he's not. He's struggling. So yeah, he's not. He's not feeling good. He's not going to be on. I talked to him briefly this morning. He's just not feeling it. Who remembers DOS?
I remember that.
Yep. I remember, I thought it was some kind of witchcraft when we first started getting into computers back in the day and kids would go in there into the like behind the scenes and type stuff and change different things. Like we played a football game that it was just random stuff. It was almost as random as the big game that vibrates and your guys go wherever, but it would kick out. Walter Abercrombie ran 6 yards, tackled by so-and-so. And I would change, or they would change the names to, Bears players because we were Chicago. And I'm like, how the hell?
Look down.
Oh, look at you. Hey, buddy.
Sleepy.
Look who's here. Hi. Looks like we're going to go a little longer.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. You don't have to be sorry.
Listen, he fell asleep in the same stuff he was wearing yesterday.
I just put on it because it was the closest thing next to me.
Dude, I do that too. I don't really care.
So you didn't wake up for this, though, did you? Did you just wake up and happen to catch us on?
Oh, no. I would be sleeping for a few more hours if I could.
Oh, dude, man. Now I feel bad.
No.
I don't.
I feel bad. I hit the snooze, and I must have hit the off instead of the snooze. And I was like, man, it's been an awfully long 5 minutes. It was like an hour and 35 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew
hippie.
that.
Yeah, you hippie.
I apologize.
Well, stop it. Stop apologizing. You don't need it from me or to me.
My thing came out cool.
Yeah, did you bake it? Not yet.
I did last night on Skipper's show. When I kept getting up and leaving, it was like I was giving it 10 more minutes. I think I gave this thing like 50 or 45 minutes or something crazy. Be like that, but this broke off. I thought it would, so I didn't want to press too hard because I was already rounding or smushing the rounded part off by just pushing. So I'll just glue it now.
Well, it's sort of a squirt gun.
Yep.
Well, he was saying yesterday behind the scenes that it was up on full flow, and he said it was basically a squirt gun coming out.
It was. But luckily, I found out it has 4 settings. This is a pretty impressive little thing for $3.60 off of Temu.
Wonder how long it'll last.
Yeah, but it might be just as good as the $50 ones.
Yep, could be.
It might be the exact same factory,
Yep, right.
or it might be crap.
You never know until you use it.
Everybody was dogging on Timu for a long time in my circle, and all of a sudden I'm hearing good things, or not great things necessarily, but
Well,
it's not horrible things.
you could compare it to when Wish first started out. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
People were scared that there was going to be identity theft, just like there was with Wish. People breaking into their accounts and stuff, so to speak. And then they were a little worried about that with Temu.
My dad has ordered a lot of stuff from them, and we find out the more expensive the item is, the closer the odds, or the better the odds it's going to be crap.
Really?
So, like, all cheap things are just cheap. But the only thing that we got that was completely worthless was a battery measure or charger. It doesn't charge at all.
I'm not ignoring you. I'm just getting a link real quick here.
No, I was thinking about getting something off of Etsy, and Richard Reynolds kind of. I like the idea. Blake's Aquatics had made something for catching egg scatterer eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does when it goes down in, it sucks it up into your hang on the front breeder box. Thought about doing that just to see, and actually Richard uses it and it works pretty well for his CPDs.
That's cool.
But it's 30 some bucks, but it's worth it, I think, and it's getting shipped from Australia.
Yeah, that's awesome. I need to set up an Etsy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
Awesome. Thanks, Nate.
Anything pertinent? Etsy. Skipper, I like it too.
Yeah, it's that thing I was talking about. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It took them a while to design it because, I mean, it's set up that you're going to catch it if they spread it over there, right, over top of it. But it's not
It's
like
a real big hose.
Yeah, that reminds
Like
me.
this.
But yeah. So I need to. I think I'm just going to get it. Ask for forgiveness later.
It's always the best route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's nice about having your fish room in a basement.
Yeah.
You bring the tanks in through the back door and they don't see it. When did that get there? I don't know what you're talking about. That thing's been there for at least 2 years.
Your tanks.
About it yesterday.
I can't hide mines like that.
Well, no, yours are so big. You got big tanks.
I mean, none of them are. This is the longest one. They're all like 4 foot long, but like it's 150 and 150 and 120 and a 90. I'm like, oh, there's nowhere to put them. I can't hide them anywhere.
Oh man! At one point, I found a deal on these tanks. It was $60 for like some 10s and some 20s. And I started looking into it. They had rodents in there. They were breeding. I said, that gets into that silicone. And I was like, man, I'd have to reseal it. And I just smashed them. I had to because I didn't have time to do it. So I had a bunch piled up. So now I'm more careful. That was when I first started getting a bunch of tanks. But, you know, I need to. I really look at the stuff now. And I always ask, what did you house in it first?
Yeah. That's pretty smart. Holy cow, Geek Boy's here.
Yeah.
He's been curious about Blake's breeder box too. Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe Geek Boy, if you promise not to start mass producing them for him or for yourself, if he'd do it.
So this is kind of disgusting. but because it's been hanging on the back of the tank for a while. But I need to find one of you guys, one of you 3D printer guys. Who remembers these? They hang on the back of the tank.
Are you
And
sure
you
they
look-
don't hang on the side of your car so you can put your
Yeah.
hamburger and French fries there?
If they were a little bigger, that's exactly what these are. And you put your air pump on it
Hmm.
so that it doesn't, it's not below the tank and drain all your water out if you lose power. Theoretically,
Do you keep an air pump on there?
I do, and that's where I just went. I went and got it. It's 3 pieces. It's the tray, and then these 2 pieces. Can you even see what I'm looking at? These 2 pieces slide into grooves down here. Can't be that hard. Somebody with a 3D printer needs to put these back into service so that I can continue getting them.
Geek Boy's saying that there are a few different models for those on Thingiverse. Is that a thing? Never heard of that.
It's probably a place where people share patterns. I bet. Well, I'm going to go online so I can read what people are saying. Oh, wait. I can just hit comments.
That's true, too.
Oh, Oinky's here.
Morning, Oinky.
Oinky's here. Hey, Oinky.
Mhm.
She just got here, I think.
Did you check Etsy to see if
Or
there's
was-
something?
I don't. I don't even have an Etsy account because
You don't have to.
you don't.
You can still go and search. You don't have to set up an account until you want to buy something.
Melvin's here.
No.
So I don't know. Web there's a few. Yeah, that's one you just read. Yeah, I mean, I love them, and for whatever reason, they went. Apparently, I'm the only one that loved them because they quit making them. But I have three. I have 3 of them, I think.
You are the first person that I've known anything about them. I never knew they made them.
Yeah, and I don't think they've made them in more than a handful of years here. So I keep looking, checking Amazon and just general internet searches, but my Google skills are weak. I never get what I'm looking for.
Well,
Anywho, I suppose we should take off here and give Johnny his
That's on Etsy, a short one.
Yep. That's close. That almost would work. I need him. I need an adjustable clamp though, because unlike most of you guys, I have the big tanks and the big frame to go around.
That's understandable.
You know what I mean? They don't fit on the bigger tanks.
I look at too much G.I. Joe stuff on Etsy, apparently.
Right. Geek. That they were everywhere, and then they were just gone. Had I but known, I would have bought more.
There's one that hangs off the other side. Somehow. Oh, never mind. Check this out. It's like a garage door opener.
what?
Weird.
It's a tray.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That's huge. That's probably for putting your coffee on. Nathan, they are mostly in one room. I have one tank upstairs now that I just put up there like this past weekend.
Aircraft is flying.
Yeah.
over.
Whip has a big one. Blah blah blah. Brag much? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I choose.
All right,
not
your
to-
cool guitar. How long you been playing your guitar?
It's bass, and I bought it when I was diagnosed with diabetes. So 24 years. No,
Wow.
14 years. And I can't play well. So once again, brain, fingers, they don't communicate with each other. It's lost somewhere in between. What
It's
happened?
so weird. The jets just keep flying back and forth.
Got a show coming up?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard a jet fly over my house in years, I don't think. So when I lived in Kansas City, I lived in North Kansas City by the airport. So there was all the time. But now, just very unusual.
I don't think I have enough. I don't think I have enough tanks, Nathan. I only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks, really. 7 if you count that little 14 gallon, but I'm not going to be pumping a lot of air into that. So I mean, maybe it's worth it. I've never done any research on using the linear pumps, how many tanks you need to disperse it so you're not, turning your fish tanks into a washing machine.
You can always have a bleeder line though that pulls air out too.
Oh yeah.
And you can hook it with a hose, because if you hook the bleeder line directly to the pipe, it'll whistle. But if you put it down like a 5-foot hose, it will just go, just blow.
I hear you. Rip.
I have failed to find anything.
Yes, I think it's gone. I think they just quit making them for whatever reason. It's a brilliant idea. It keeps your pump off the tank and off the ground. It just lets it hang right, basically level with the rim of the tank. And so long as your hose is, got the curlicue in it, it doesn't theoretically drain the tank when you lose power. Hey, George.
I've seen a lot of water diffusion things for adding water to your fish tank to diffuse the water so it doesn't
that's all
hit
I've
your
been
fingers.
seeing.
And they can't be expensive to make. I can't imagine. It's 3 pieces of plastic.
You're just the first person to ever want one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, look at that. This is very much like your other idea.
Yeah, that is my other idea. I just got to get my buddy to put the paint on it.
Yep. And your buddy has to find where he puts your box of stuff.
Oh, don't even worry about that. That was what I had bought
terrible.
to bring to you the first time, and I forgot it, and then I figured I'd be seeing you.
Looks like
Yeah,
Geek Boy's going to help you out.
Oh, wow.
What?
This was really cool.
Send him the width of the rim of your tanks.
Why don't I see that?
It's 1218. It's at the bottom.
Yeah, we better not go over just because I was
that
late.
says for me, your buddy lost your box.
It's a couple up from that for a month.
His pipe was in the box too.
Okay,
But,
I'll do it.
He gave it to me at the Clash, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. When I was giving Rico all his food, and you're looking in your box like, there's no food in here.
Yeah, I got PVC.
You got your box of food already. I mailed it.
And it's amazing. Thank you so much. So cool.
Did you burn through it already, or is it you still got some of it?
You know what? Okay, the first bottle we burned through so fast, and we're like, well, we gotta conserve it, be conservative. So we've been saving it for summertime for when we start grilling.
Smart.
And they're all
try.
I can always send more though. My daughter lives right there.
Cool.
I mean,
like try some of that beer that you have on your shirt, that company, that glass you gave me. No, hoodie that he's wearing.
Say what now? Oh,
Your
yeah.
hairy cow?
That's probably long broken by now, right?
No.
Cows are cool.
This
I
is
use
a hop, but it's also a cow.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a hop.
Yeah.
That was a funny hop. That I wouldn't have realized it was a hop till you pointed it out.
Well, it's a brewery, so they kind of combine their passions. He used to farm the hairy cows, and
Yeah, I'm
now
trying to
he's
think of
shaved.
the name of them.
Yep, there's a name for him.
There's a guy down the road from us that lives out of town that has them. It's supposed to be really good meat, but it's expensive.
We have a place right up north of me here in Beloit that, and I'm sure this is not common or not uncommon, but they sell buffalo meat.
Oh, that's really good stuff.
Oh man,
Love
but
it.
they do have to mix it a little bit with cow, just because
It's really lean.
it's so lean that the meat doesn't hold together. Yeah. Anywho, all right, I'm going to let you guys go so that everybody else can go to do what they're going to do. Johnny's already streaming for 21 minutes here, so I've stepped on him enough. So I appreciate everybody showing up. You guys got anything you want to say? Ed, I know you only got to spend 20 minutes, but.
No, I'm sorry I was so late.
Oh, stop saying you're sorry. It's all good. Skip, got anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. I'm going to hit buttons, and I appreciate everybody. Don't forget, get yourself tanked. We'll talk to you next Friday.
Bye.